Curing death and becoming immortal is the most important movement in human history because it's the only one where it results in us not dying. All other movements, all other things you can care about, lead to your eventual death, you turning into dust and forgetting and losing everything you care about forever. This is why curing death takes precedence over everything else, no exceptions. This comes first for everyone. And this is why, no matter what subject people are talking about, I come in and always direct the conversation towards curing death and becoming immortal, because it's objectively more important. If you're someone that cares about something subjectively more than curing death, what that means to me is that you will eventually turn to a skeleton and then turn to dust, and you're perfectly fine with that. That qualifies as a mental disorder to me. It just makes me disregard everything you say from that point on if you're just fine turning into dust. And I know people see the things I'm talking about and they actually view me as the one with the disorder because they're all with their families and being brainwashed together. It feels great, it feels normal, and I'm here telling you about all this. I understand this isn't a typical modern human orientation, but that's how I view you, and it's not meant to disrespect you. As someone concerned with becoming immortal, I define being brainwashed as anyone who isn't 100% in alignment with me mentally. Anyone that focuses their life on anything that isn't helping to achieve immortality, whether it be love, fun, peace, comfort, happiness. I view those things simply as things holding back science and holding back me because if those thoughts are in your mind, and if you're spending your life content with those thoughts, and then you end up dead for eternity, those thoughts are a disorder of the mind. They're a virus. They're drugs to be discarded if they leave you to be dust. I want to leave you to be immortal. How am I the crazy one? If a drug addict wastes his life being on drugs and then dies, we know he wasted his life and potential. So that's exactly how I view 99.9% of people, which is what I'm saying is that 99.9 repeating percent of people are brainwashed. How many people does that add up to? Well, right now, pretty much everybody but me. Yeah, there are supporters out there of the movement, but how passionate are they? Is this just a pipe dream to them? Is it just a joke, like reading a science fiction novel, just something to keep them entertained, which is, again, no different than a dopamine drug addict? To me, this is everything, and I'm 100% serious. So if you believe in this movement and you agree with me, I must let you know how you can help humanity actually become immortal from where you are right now. Right now, you probably don't know how any technology works, and you probably feel powerless, but you need to understand that scientific progress in humanity happens when you get a bunch of humans and have them try a bunch of stuff until something, somewhere, works. For every invention that exists, even the simplest ones, it takes thousands or millions of people that tried making something and they guessed wrong a bunch of times until someone guessed right and they write it down and now we have that new information. This is for every invention. So when it comes to becoming immortal, we don't need you to be perfect. We don't need everyone to be perfect. We just need to throw bodies at this problem until it results in someone getting it right. Right now, we basically have nobody working on this because, again, the world is brainwashed. We need 99.9% of people working on this. That's the only logical approach to tackle death. Any viewpoint that disagrees with that is someone that's arguing to turn into dust and it can be disregarded. We can't be being brainwashed right now to each other. We can't keep jiggling our meat at each other or eating food that tastes good or caring about polar bears losing their icebergs. The list goes on. It's time to snap out of all of that and recenter ourselves into what really matters. What's going to lead to the result that we want? Immortality. You've got to join me and spread the word with me here online. We need to take over every topic. We need to go and form this alliance together until it's the only alliance that exists, because it is the only one that truly matters. So that's the plan. You need to go and tell everyone about this. Who can say that it's wrong? Someone that wants to turn it to dust. So, anyways, last message obviously is to women. And like I've been saying for years, women, I need you to stop being pretty, stop being beautiful, uh, brainwashingly beautiful. I've talked about this for years, but your beauty distracts men by taking over their brain chemicals and taking away their focus from science. And now, the world that we live in today, humans are dying basically every second. And all the men in society see this. They know their future is death, and it doesn't even affect them. That's how strong this brainwashing is. In their minds, they think death is some faraway thing that doesn't matter because, you know what, in the next few years, at least they'll find some lady to have fun with. That's the state right now of men and how brainwashed they are, and it starts obviously with women. Not that it's women's fault, because like I said, as kids they were brainwashed to brainwash, and that's, I've already discussed that. But my point is, imagine if we've been working on immortality since the Industrial Revolution, and if we focused our whole society around that back then, we would have already reached immortality. Like in these past few, this last century, these past few decades, the whole society has been about relationships and about just loving and making kids. But and I know what people say to that. Oh, well, if you care about science so much, you care about becoming immortal. Well, all your scientists are people that were born from a brainwashed loving relationship, and all those new bodies you want to throw at immortality development. Yeah, I understand. Look, we have enough bodies now. We have enough right now to become immortal. It's no excuse today to keep, for women, to keep wearing makeup, perfume, the long hair, the hair extensions, the nails, the dresses. You get my point. People think this topic is harsh or weird to talk about, but remember, turning into dust is at stake here. You turning into dust, me turning into dust. I'm going to be firm on this. This is everything, not only to me, but objectively to all of us. This is our everything. So I'll never stop talking about this. And if you understand where I'm coming from, I ask that you spread the word for me. Get people talking about this. I'm all ears. If I'm viewing this situation completely wrong, I'll listen. But as humanity, we've already doubled our lifespan since last century, and we all choose to get up and live each and every day knowing that, or you guys knowing that, death is right there. It's inevitable. Yet you choose to get up and live every day. How could anyone argue that immortality is not the clear next step for us? Again, spread the word, stay tuned. When you're spreading the word about this topic, people are going to think you're very annoying. And it doesn't matter if people think you're annoying, because let's say there's two futures. One where you don't annoy people, but you die because you were too scared of being annoying. And two, you risk being annoying, but you spread awareness around the world about immortality and curing death. And you inspire hundreds of people to help science advance. And then immortality is achieved. And then you ask yourself, was being annoying worth it? Oh, it's worth it. Spread the word. Thank you.